Some bills going through the Iowa State Legislature center on schools. These would require teachers to post their classroom materials online. Others would create a private school voucher program, taking taxpayer money and giving it to parents to pay for private education. This is upsetting a lot of public school teachers and staff. And here to tell us more about the impact of these bills, a man who represents those teachers as members of the ISEA, the teachers union. He is the president of Iowa State Education Association, Mike Baranek. Mike, what we told our viewers right before the break, we were going to hear what teachers are telling you. What are you hearing on the ground?
Well, all day today, throughout my adventures here in Iowa, I've been hearing from educators and also from community members expressing their deep concern for the use of using public dollars for private institutions. Currently, as it stands, $55 million will be taken from the general fund here in Iowa and placed into the scholarship program that the governor has put forward. And adding on the added expenditures to that, we're looking at $76 million. And so not only are the folks who are working in our schools, but the community members and the parents who send their children to those schools are very upset that there is this kind of money being siphoned off of public dollars into private institutions.
Let's dive into those dollars, Mike. Per pupil spending, what's it at right now?
I think it's about $8,000.
Sure, so $8,000 a kid a year, $8,000 per student per year. That's what it costs to educate a child in the state of Iowa in our public schools. So the argument here is, well, you take that $8,000, you let the parent go decide how they want to spend it. Well, the public school isn't really losing any money because they don't have the cost of educating that child any longer.
Well,
why doesn't that argument hold water?
No, it doesn't, because our schools are woefully underfunded already. We are about 28th in the country in terms of our per pupil spending, and we've been slipping year after year here in Iowa. And I'm going to give you just a real quick story. I'm traveling around the state of Iowa to accentuate the great things that are happening in our schools. And today I was talking to a 14-year veteran who cannot afford the insurance in her district, and so she has to put them on Hawkeye insurance. And I reached out to several of our managers in my system, and there are a number of educators across the state of Iowa who are not earning enough money after 14, 15 years in the profession to even get the health insurance that is offered in that district. And so if we have folks that are educating tomorrow's future, that are working with our students who are not earning enough salary in their own school systems, that goes to the example that our systems are woefully underfunded. Class sizes, the materials that are necessary. We're in a crisis trying to recruit and retain educators into our field. We have far bigger issues that we need to be addressing, as opposed to siphoning off $76 million of private or public funds to go to private institutions.
Mike, isn't this a problem that's essentially for public schools just going to take care of itself? Because if $8,000 isn't nearly enough to educate one child in a public school, how can it be enough to educate a child in a private school? Are private schools just going to reject those kids because they don't come with enough money?
Well, first of all, there has to be enough private schools available. In many of our rural locations across the state, there are not private schools that are available for parents to enroll their students in. And if you take 100 students out of a district times $8,000, that's quite a bit of money that's being reduced from the general fund in any public school system. A private school still will be able to use that $8,000, of course, and hire the personnel that they need or cover their costs. But if an individual wants to send a child to a private school, they should be using their own funds to send those children to that school because that's their choice.
Are you worried about losing good public school teachers to private schools if this starts to snowball and starts to catch on and parents start migrating?
I'm not worried about losing high quality educators to our private institutions. I'm worried about losing high quality educators to private industry because they're not earning the same kind of salary that other degree programs in other professions are earning. We are in a crisis, Dan. We are short personnel all throughout our entire system. And as we continue to have these attacks put on us from the legislature, from individuals who want to drive what kind of books and materials that we're using, we're losing educators. We're losing high quality educators, and we're losing them to private industry. I'm not worried about losing educators to private schools. I'm worried about losing the people who are educating tomorrow's future into other industries.
Getting out of education altogether.
Altogether, sir. Yes.
Mike Beranek, the president of the ISEA, thanks so much for your time as always, sir.
Thank you very much.